Alright folks, how are we doing? It's Shabash. This is Hero of Aethric, and this is a walkthrough of the Riftfall event questline. So we are in Loten, we are speaking with Mr. Clarent, an Oracle of Elysia as well, talking about it. Let's start this quest off. This whole Riftfall questline event is really focused towards Thief, Summoners, and Warrior gear. But you see, we start off at tier 5, we need to acquire Delta Achilles Riftlock fragments, which is a bit of a mouthful, but to do this, we can actually go to either tier 5 or tier 7 zones. So what we're going to do, just going to pop down to Saloon. And these are normal monsters to start off with, so we're going with Lover's Lost. Really hugely increases monster spawns. Band of Gods also does the same. We're gonna use the classic torch, occult candle, get your boosters on. Affinity candle could work as well. And the final one you want to use is a beast blood, which you can create in herbalists. There is an amity as well that increases monster spawns. I don't actually have that amity yet, so I can't use that, but we are kind of fully boosted for monster spawning, so we are ready to go. And we've found our first Rift Rogue, and I'm pretty sure as long as you got a Dowsing Rod, we should be able to get the Riftlock fragment. So we need to get, 10 of these bad boys. There's another one down here. And just farm up. Some pretty cool monster sprite changes in this latest update in February. Didn't quite get Riftlock drop there. Might consider, you do have luck gear, probably worth putting on. Make sure you get those drops. There we go, got our final Riftlock fragment, so that's quest number 1 completed. Gotta go back to Loten. And quest number 2 acquired. We have to find a Theta Achilles Riftlock, just one of these. And this drops from tier 5 boss. Also tier 7 boss as well, but we're hanging around Meropis, so we're gonna go that down there. Could be worth doing a party reset before you head over there. They do also appear on the final floor of dungeons, but because boss respawning in Hero of Aethric is pretty much infinite, definitely the best way is just going to be killing bosses and respawning bosses in the correct tier zone to spawn them. I probably could just stay in Sudun Dunes, but feeling good about Meropis here. There we go, 1 round of boss killed in the zone, and we've got the Shadow of Achilles. And we get the Theta Achilles Riftlock straight off the bat. Awesome stuff, so that's quest number 2 completed. Now back to Loten and on to the 3rd quest. Okay, quest number 3, we now need to find Delta Rada Riftlock fragments, 20 of these, and these drop from tier 6 or tier 8 monsters. The tier 8 is the elite versions. I'm gonna go Jotunheim tier 6, so this one will take a little bit longer, gotta get 20 fragments, but the mobs are relatively recognizable, and the new draconian sprite is super cool as well. There we go. That's not it. These rift guards here, so we'll have to kill, I'm gonna guess maybe 30, at least 30 of these. Oof, there's that movement speed bonus from the daily quest kicking in. That's super nice. Check this out. Well, Berserks are great because they can drop 2 at once at the same time as well. Let's see if we get lucky here. Need to click on the correct mob as well. That Arcane Flame is really in the way. Not enjoyable. There you go, 2 fragments in 1. What is this hit zone? Oh, okay. Guess another 2 here would be great, please. Just the 1. Okay, we're not too bad, so probably gonna have to chill here for 5 minutes or so, killing a few of these. And that's a good point, by the way. the Amity that makes quest monsters spawn more regularly, and also Seeker's Candles. If you have Seeker's Candles, they do the same thing. Those actually do not work in this scenario because the quest is not to actually kill the monsters, it's to get the drops of the monsters. So those Amity and the Seeker's Candles do not work, in case you were thinking that. Got 5 Rift Guards in one tiny corner of the map here. And there we go. That is the final Rada Riftlock. I'm interested. Let's see how many we actually had to kill there. 34. So we were not 4 numbers on the optimistic side of things. But that is quest number 3 completed. Back to Loten again. Speak to Clarent for number 4. At least in Orna, Clarent just stays by your side wherever you travel. But at least in Loten you know where. So number 4 then, we have to get a Theta Rada Riftlock. And this is another boss drop this time. So back to tier 6 zone, Jotunheim. And clear out some bosses. And here we go. We've got Shadow of Rada, the Great Shield. Take this guy out. And we get the Riftlock. Very nice amount of orange as well for a tier 6 boss. But there you go, that is quest number 4 complete. And if you're wondering where to go, we are of course back in Loten for quest number 5. Now we need to get 30 Delta Charon Riftlock fragments. And these are like the summoner mobs. So you can get tier 7 mobs, or the elite version is in tier 9 zones as well. So yeah, this one's going to take a little bit longer. Probably need to kill 45, 50 of these if you're only using a dowsing rod for luck. So it will take maybe 10 minutes or so. And this is what the Rift Summoner mob looks like. If you've got any kind of AoE, it's a good idea to bring it. Should have brought my Fey Cactus, because they do spawn with a couple of mobs. And will slow down your farming, and more than likely. But yeah, these are the Charon Riftlock fragments from Rift Summoners. And there we go, we had to only kill 42 Rift Summoners this time around to complete quest number 5. And back to Loten now, of course. Come on, Clarent! Okay. Number 6, acquire Theta Charon Riftlock. Tier 7 boss. Back to the mines. And we found the Shadow of Charon, the Grand Summoner. Again, any horde capability is probably useful. Single target, take out the summons. Not super hard fight, and we get the Theta Charon Riftlock now, so that is quest number 6 completed, and there's only one quest left actually, so head back to Loten of course. Okay, so quest number 7, essentially it takes the 3 Riftlocks that we had previously, and those actually kind of get upgraded in the quest line, but basically all we need to do is collect 3 more Riftlocks from each of the bosses. So technically what you could do is, while you are farming the boss, is kill 2 of them to get 2 Riftlocks. I actually found an Achilles in the Shade of Achilles in the tier 7 zone, so I got an extra Riftlock there. But now I just need the Theta Rada Riftlock, tier 6 or tier 8 zones for that, and Theta Charon Riftlock, tier 7 or tier 9 zone for that boss, and that will be the final quest in this line. So we get the tier 6 Riftlock. You can see that's signed out, so just one more boss to kill. Okay, found the final Charon boss that we need. Gonna take out the trash for Crimson Gazers to actually focus the boss, and there we go. That is the Theta Charon Riftlock. That is the quest complete, and we are gonna get an Omega Riftlock for our troubles. Not only that, that actually unlocks the Arisen versions of the bosses. So you get the Arisen Achilles, the Arisen Rada, and the Arisen Charon, so those tier 10 versions. and they actually drop some pretty unique, pretty nice gear in some situations, mainly for summoners. I would suggest for tier 10 versions. But the Omega Riftlock itself, we can take a look at it. It is an accessory, and basically the Riftlock, because it's a quest item, you can actually get multiple versions of these now once you've completed the quest from completing dungeons. So much like any other quest item, the Riftlock is now in your drop pool for completing dungeons. It doesn't have to be within the event. It can be anytime after the event is over as well. But essentially, when you wear the Riftlock, the stats are, okay, you get a bit of dexterity for some reason, very high ward relatively as well, but the main reason you would use this is when carried by summoners, this item will occasionally remove the casting time needed to summon beasts. So it basically sometimes saves you summon turns, or it saves you turns to summon things. So really specific towards summoners in this case, and this entire event really is kind of summoner focused as well as thief and warrior gear on the side. But yeah, I hope this kind of walkthrough was helpful. If you've got any questions, drop a comment below. Big thanks to the Arisen Orna Legends for supporting myself on Patreon and Twitch, and we'll see you in the next video. I'm Shabash. Ciao.